boxing world. It's me again, it's your boy Louis Vaughn. Hey yo, you already know, man, it's fight day. It ain't fight week. Today's fight day, man. I mean, I just watched a second weigh-in. The IBF has a strict rule, you can't go over 10 pounds of your weight limit in your division, which in this case for Mikey and Garcia and Errol Spence is 147. I believe Errol weighed in at 155 and Mikey Garcia weighed in at 152. Point is, the fighters are ready. You know what I'm saying? The hydration is done with. I believe Errol might hydrate 7 pounds. He's missing a lot of fluids in his body. He's going to probably eat, sleep, wake up, work out a bit. You know, not trying to burn too much calories. Eat some carbs. Mikey Garcia, he's at his walk around weight. Like, he fights at this weight every single time, you know. Like, he might have to cut weight, which he didn't have to do, which made it easier for him. But normally he fights around at 148, 150, around there. You know, his walk around weight is, I believe it's 155, 153, if something like that he had mentioned before. But yeah, man, so yo, we're here. Oh, since my last video, yo, this fight is so big. It is so big. You have me, the hardcores, coming on here making videos. I mean, I study film, I watch videos, I listen to all the other fighters, you know, Peter Quillen and all these other dudes that nobody's really paying attention to. I really like David Benavidez too. I think Jalen Love is on his retirement plate. This is his last check. And then that's it for him. The money team, Floyd fulfilled his promise, I guess, of putting him on pay-per-view. It was sad to see. I don't know this to be fact, but I think Tank Davis got an opportunity to be on pay-per-view before Jalen Love. He was on the undercard of the Conor McGregor fight, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, all that aside, Errol Spence Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. It's here, baby. My God, the face-off. Fox, thank you, PBC, thank you, Fox. What an amazing job. Not one penny wasted. Al Heyman, thank you. The Overlord, Floyd Mayweather, thank you. Leonard Ellaby, everybody that's putting in this hard work to headline this pay-per-view. At this point, I heard ticket sales hit 35,000 tickets confirmed sold in the hands of people. There's probably another 10,000, let's say 1,000 lingering. You know, you have those scavengers that will buy tickets early and sell them last minute for a higher price at the door. So tickets are never really sold out. Even if you go to the venues and stuff and it says sold out, it's not sold out. You're gonna find somebody on the corner trying to sell it, somebody on Facebook or stuff like that, you know. It's gonna be a full house, maybe not completely full, but a full house. I'm projecting maybe 250,000 pay-per-view buys. I already ordered the fight. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. Shout out to you, Fox PBC. I paid US dollars for this fight. I'm really supporting the cause. I appreciate it. Not one penny wasted. Thank you again, Fox. Thank you again, PBC. It's their first pay-per-view they're headlining. It's gonna be fireworks in Jerry's World. Bitch, you're damn right, you heard me. Fireworks in Jerry's World. Mikey. I know when Errol said, you felt it, but when he told you it was gonna be a one-sided massacre, that he's aiming to punish you. Oh fuck. I mean, it could be chess. You know, because fighters do have this mental game that they play with themselves. Like Errol was telling Mikey, listen, I see everything, right? So, which mainly means that he's not listening to the talk, man. Fuck all of that. He's watching your training regiment. What are you doing different? You know, he's really trying to see what you're trying to adjust, because he already knows who you are. Errol watches boxing. Like, he's a student of the game. So, he knows how you fight. You're not going to change yourself overnight. I mean, you can adjust amazingly. Mikey Garcia, like I said in my first video, a lot of people say he's technical. Nah, man. He has A1 timing. Okay, very good timing. Okay, he has great ring generalship. All right, and the most important thing about Mikey Garcia, oh my God, it's not the IQ, people. It's the timing, man. This man has great timing. But Errol said he's gonna punish you. So I said last video 5 rounds. We might add a round to that for extra punishment unless he takes the knee, unless Robert throws in the towel. These are Mexicans. These are for the most part a warrior race. That's why they love their boxing. I mean, they love their combat sport, but mainly boxing is a classical combat sport. I don't see Mikey giving in easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to push it. He's going to really try to finish out 12 rounds. His objective is not to win. It's to survive and look good surviving. Can he compete with the upper echelon of the 147 pounders? Yes, Mikey can. But Errol Spence is special, man. I mean, Terrence is special too, but it's a gift that could be overcome. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't prepare for pain, bro. How do you prepare for broken bones? Like, Errol's breaking bones. Like, I don't know. I know a lot of you guys out there are Mikey Garcia fans. I'm a Mikey Garcia fan, but I'm a bigger Errol Spence fan than I am Mikey Garcia. As you can see, running through his blood. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, man. So, I'll say this fight is going to go... Final prediction for the fight. Since Errol said it was going to be a one-sided massacre, he's looking to punish you. And all you have to say, well, you're a little bit better than everything he does, I'll throw on an extra round. You know what I'm saying? Don't put money on this. I wouldn't bet on the round, but I would bet knockout. So, for all my betting people out there, I'm waiting last minute to go drop my bet because this shit is crazy. I don't know about you guys in the States. Probably you guys have different odds. Probably the bookies in Vegas are calculating things different because they have boots on the ground. They could set up a random that you think is a part of the media, but he's there observing the fighter, trying to peek out if there's any injuries, you know? Like, a lot of times these fighters have injuries and they won't say anything. You know, they fight through their injuries, you know, like... So you'll have the bookies, they'll go out there, they'll send their little, you know, go check out, see, is he twitching a little bit? Okay, he got hit in sparring, did he, you know, how, all these little things matter, man. Errol says he's watching. So Errol was playing checkers from day one. But fight week, he really started advancing the queen piece. And you know, once you start advancing the queen, you're in attack mode. You know, I'm not saying that Errol's mouthpiece is a queen. I'm saying the strategy he used to get in Mikey Garcia's head was like moving your queen, because she could move any way. You hear what Mikey Garcia said. He's like, listen, he keeps changing his mind. He said he could beat me. He's going to go 12 rounds. It could end early. Yeah, Mikey, keep you guessing. The fuck? You think he's going to give you the plan on a platter? No. Hell no. You only have one option. Box. That's it. Listen, man, when it comes down to the gritty and the dog, all you got to do is survive. Okay? Because Errol's breaking bones. Errol is breaking... Listen, man, Mikey, you're pissing blood. I'm sorry, man. And that's why I gotta respect you, bro. Like, I gotta pay my hard-earned money for this fight, because, you know, this is blood, sweat, and tears, man. Like, for real, in the most classiest way ever. You know, Errol has technical body... I gotta say this right. Errol Spence has technical punch placement on your body parts. Meaning, a lot of people don't see this small little detail, but I've been in there before, and like, I don't know about other fighters, but I observe these things, okay? When a fighter goes into high guard, Errol will hit you on your glove. You know, but why? Because fighters, they don't... Traditionally, your hand is supposed to be stuck out like this and stiff. And that's why Errol says, I don't have to move my head as much. You know, he doesn't have to move his head as much. Why? Because he's parrying punching. You could see him doing it, parrying, catching. Maybe even you throw a jab, you might hit your hand on that jab. You know, Errol is, he's not just hitting you for no reason. You might get a hit on your hips and you're like, oh, he missed. No, he didn't. You felt it, he didn't miss, okay? You might feel a hit on your elbow. Thought he didn't miss. Sometime Errol will play more mind games in the ring. He'll hit you in the back of your head, you know, close, you could say, around this part, missing the tempo a little bit around here, you know. He didn't miss, man. Trust me. Errol also, once he sees that the fighter dips their head and they try to come forward, he aims for this area right here, which is beautiful. You know, a lot of people don't hit here because that's where you break your hands. But Errol's just special, okay? I haven't seen Errol injured in a fight. And when you're injured as a fighter, it means that you have a broken bone, torn muscle, you know what I mean? Something like that. If you're cut, you're not injured, you know? If you're swollen, you're not injured. If you're sore, you're not injured. This is a part of the sport. But if you do sustain broken bones, no matter where it could be in your shoulder blades, it could be a torn ligament around there, it could be you break your hand from hitting somebody so much, you know, like Floyd Mayweather's notorious for doing. This man, he's hitting you so freely that he breaks his hand. He just hits you too much on the top of your head. But Errol's gift is that he actually attacks the body with precision, precise punching placement, okay? These punches are coming with an angle. I mean, Mikey has very good timing, don't get me twisted. But I have yet to see Mikey set a trap. He could counter, that's not setting a trap. Counter punching is not setting traps, okay? Errol Spence cuts off the ring beautifully. His footwork is, it's so like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in the ring, because I know a lot of people say when you're in the ring it's different from, no, but like I really honestly, when I watch fights, I feel like I'm there. I really prefer to watch fights from home. As you guys can see, probably on camera it doesn't look that good, but with the light on especially, but I have a projector which is pretty much a movie screen. So I really enjoy to watch these fights in my bed, you know, at home. I see everything, every angle. And Errol's footwork is 5, if not even more. I see Mikey lunging in to hit Errol because of the reach advantage. You know, you're going to get caught with an uppercut? I don't know. You know, because Errol loves to aim for the body. So you lunge in, he might still try to break your ribs. Are you going to break ribs? Yes, you are. So I'm sorry, man. Like, fuck it. I saw his body. No homo. Mikey Garcia, too soft, bro. It's too soft. Way too soft. A man that was able to withstand the brutal punishment of Errol. And this is one of Errol's boy that he generally likes. He likes Lamont Peterson. He didn't want to kill him, you know what I mean? He was having fun with him. That's why he actually took some of his punches and smiled, to show that he was actually in tune and like, listen man, we're having fun, you know, but I'm still beating you up, but like, it's still fun, you know, show me what you got, type thing. Lamont went through gruesome training. I've heard that Lamont's the type of guy, when it comes to conditioning, he's able to run 10 miles. Alright, that means Errol was not pushing his heart rate to a point where he wasn't able to handle it. Not only that, his body was very, very solid, very firm, all muscles flexing at all times, you know, like Mikey Garcia, he needs more muscle tissue to actually help him absorb those punches. You know what I mean? Because what I see in his body right now, Errol looks at him and says, food. You heard, I know you guys seen the interview where his daughter, so cute, is like, I want spaghetti, and Errol's like, you want fish? She didn't know how to say fish, but Errol's already playing mental games. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he's gonna go home, you're gonna eat spaghetti, but I'm gonna eat fish. You could have some fish too though. You know what I'm saying? If you want some fish, you can have some fish too. AKA Errol is big fish. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling him the truth no more. Until he beats up Keith Thurman, until he fucking puts Terrence Crawford in a body bag, big fish. Okay? And when he beats Terrence, then he's the truth. For real. Because we all know that's the fight, right? But back to Mikey. Mikey, you're dead. Okay? As we would say in Patois. You're dead, bro. You're dead. That's it. It's a wrap for you tonight. I hope your families weren't all black. I don't want the fight to end too early. Who wants to fight? Errol, listen, Jerry, in the practice dome, Jerry told Errol, listen, man, I want a good fight. I want excitement. I want action. I want you to go out there and take him out in 2 rounds if you can. Errol looked at Jerry and said, listen, Jerry, don't worry. You're going home early today. First round. We got to see 3 minutes of Errol, his last fight. I was not satisfied. Errol's not playing with his opponents, man. And I respect that. I love that. This is not Floyd carrying Connor. It's none of that. Errol, if he touches you on the chin, Mikey, he's sparking you out. It was said. Okay? This man, Errol, is looking lean. He looks happy. And he's at home. I mean, one thing that people are starting to realize right now is that even though Errol Spence is fighting at the AT&T Center in Dallas, the fan affair might favor Mikey Garcia. And this is why. Mikey Garcia is Mexican-American. I'm from Canada, but I'm a pretty smart dude. I know the map, I know the world a bit. I've been here and there. If you ever been to Dallas, Arizona, Tennessee, not Alabama, but anywhere, Phoenix, anywhere around there, you're in Mexico. Fuck it. Like, it's Mexico, bro. Like, it's straight up Mexico. And this is why your president, Donald Trump, wants to build a wall. Because all the cartels and the gang members, they're coming here doing what they got to do and they're out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Mexico. And that's why Jerry said, yep, y'all could have the stadium. And you know what? I'll throw an extra $100 million for pay-per-view because it's a Mexican community. Dallas, Texas is literally Mexico. All right, so Errol, he'll have a great support, especially once he wins and shows his respect. Like a gentleman. I think the crowd will appreciate that. I think the crowd will finally see that a star is being born right in front of their eyes, which a lot of fighters, a lot of superstars don't get that, man. In any sport. I'm talking soccer, football, baseball, basketball. It's rare that you get the hometown kid to put on a spectacular championship performance at home. Okay, it is very rare, almost never happens. LeBron James brought home the chip for Cleveland, but he had to win in the Golden State Warriors home court, right? When they were down 3-1 and they had Game 7 at the Oracle. So, like, and that was a great story. Cleveland hasn't won any championship 50 years prior to that NBA championship. And they were down 3-1 against the greatest team ever. Well, with the greatest record ever in basketball, in NBA basketball history. So Errol's he's gonna get a lot of fanfare. A lot of people are gonna turn, just like a lot of those people over in England are gonna buy the fight because after Errol beat up their hometown champion, which was Kell Brook, great champion. I think he should have never fought Gennady, but hey, he was a great champion. He was undefeated at 147 where Errol beat him. He was undefeated at 147. I don't want to hear none of that. Errol pretty much destroyed the rest of his body and probably his boxing career, but he did it in spectacular fashion away. And those fans appreciate it, man. It's true gladiator. You know, he got in there, he took his beating. Okay, and dished out more. It sounds easy, but it's not. It sounds simple, but it's not. I was trying to explain to my friend that